Hi, this is rture, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can analyze altcoin strength versus Bitcoin. In the last few days we have seen that altcoins are bleeding in Bitcoin value and Bitcoin is outperforming. In this video I'll show you how to analyze those charts and act on that information. So let's start with some theory first. In crypto, the highest market cap asset is the most liquid. So Bitcoin has the highest market cap, but a high market cap on Bitcoin also means that it moves less percentage-wise. So that's often why people are attracted to alt, because they move percentage-wise more, and that's mainly because they are lower liquidity, so they are easily moved by a lot of money coming in. What we saw in the last few days is that Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. And you can judge that by adding the Bitcoin dominance to your chart. So you can do that by clicking compare in TradingView. You select Bitcoin dominance by typing in btc.d, and then you can click on new pane, so it adds the Bitcoin dominance as some kind of indicator below your chart. What we saw in the last few days was that Bitcoin has moved up, and also the Bitcoin dominance went up. That means that altcoins in general tend to underperform Bitcoin, which means Bitcoin is the best asset to be in. And I want to remind you that money often flows in crypto from USD to Bitcoin to altcoins in the longer term. In the very long cycle, the market gets attention and trust from market participants when Bitcoin goes up, and then money starts flowing back into the lower liquid assets. So if you look at the market cap, it often goes from the top to the bottom. This doesn't mean that all altcoins are underperforming. There are outperformers, especially in the lower caps with these gem projects that will eventually find their way into the higher market cap or mid cap. But projects that are in that top 100 now can bleed in Bitcoin value. And an example here on Cardano on the Bitcoin pair is that it is downtrending, as you can see, and it's losing value against Bitcoin. So if you are looking for the better asset to be in, it's probably Bitcoin. What we have to look for on the Bitcoin dominance pair then is where is it failing and where do we want to switch some of that Bitcoin into altcoins. So we want to look for opportunities and look for examples in the past. So I scrolled back and went to November 2020, and as you can see in that initial run up on Bitcoin, that's where also the Bitcoin dominance went up. That was also where Bitcoin sucked in all liquidity from all other alts, and basically Bitcoin was moving more than these mid gaps. What you want to do is see if there is money flowing from Bitcoin into these alts, and how you can see that is that when Bitcoin is losing some momentum in that trend or is going sideways and alts are taking over. People are jumping into the market, they bring fresh fiat, they move money from Bitcoin to a better moving asset. That's where you also see that Bitcoin dominance starts going down. Also here you can see that Bitcoin is losing some of that momentum and Bitcoin dominance goes down further, with eventually a bigger drop over here where you can see that Bitcoin is dropping and dominance is dropping even more. Be careful, because this is often the exit signal in the market where money flows deep into the market, but also people get out of the market and go back to USD. And that's where Bitcoin started dropping. There were some altcoins outperforming, but I think most of the market got dragged with it. So there is that slight window where Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins outperform, but that's often also the moment where you can go back to USD. Keep that in mind when you go through these cycles. Make sure you see if that there is that structure break in Bitcoin dominance where it is going down, and also pick the right alts that have development, that have hype, and are promising. Thank you for watching. I did a full webinar on this topic, so make sure you join the Birb Nest for a free trial so you can watch the full webinar too. Enjoy your day and see you in the Birb Nest.